See if we can get it right this time. Yay! We just love recording things over and over again. It's so much fun. I'm gonna have a sip of coffee. Yeah, all right, let's hope for the best. Hi, I'm Tara Kate, and welcome back to another episode of the Bird Artist Cottage. I've been away for an extra week because I took a little bit of time off for my birthday. Yay, birthday! I got some birthday money as a gift, and I ordered some Tombow pens, which I had really been wanting. So I've got the unboxing video for the Tombows, as well as a full swatching of all of the colors that I bought. I also wanted to share with you the new tier reward for Patreon. It is this lovely barn owl face. You may remember this barn owl from a previous episode. I had made an animation with her blinking. I liked her so much that I turned her into a sticker, so the Happy Lark patrons will be getting their stickers later in the month. I'm super, super pleased with how this turned out. She looks so soulful, doesn't she? I just love her. I also have a Procreate time-lapse of a European robin illustration that I did some time ago. And I wanted to share with you the backstory on what inspired this illustration. One of the books that I love the most and has really greatly influenced me is a book called Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. And in fact, the very first time I read Man's Search for Meaning was right after 9/11. So it was a very tumultuous time, and a time when I, like many people, was searching for meaning in world events. Viktor Frankl was an Austrian psychologist. He was a Jew, and he was imprisoned by the Nazis in a concentration camp during World War II. And during his time in the concentration camp, his wife died. He was out on a freezing cold work labor detail, and he shared a story about a bird. And I wanted to share that story with you. So I'm going to pull my iPad out here so I can read it to you. He said that he had a very deep experience of his wife's presence as he was out there in the freezing cold. More and more, I felt that she was present, that she was with me. I had the feeling that I was able to touch her, able to stretch out my hand and grasp hers. The feeling was very strong. She was there. Then, at that very moment, a bird flew down silently and perched just in front of me, on the heap of the soil which I had dug up from the ditch, and looked steadily at me. He was imprisoned in Poland, and so I did a little bit of research and decided that a European robin was an appropriate bird for that time of year. And so that was what inspired the little angelic robin that you'll see in the time lapse. So without further ado, I'll see you at the end of the video. like to receive the phone wallpaper version of this robin illustration? Then join my online community by subscribing to my newsletter. You'll receive personal updates from me, small gifts, and invitations to my virtual Open Studio events. The next one is in January. The link is in the description below. You may remember from the previous episode that I've been struggling with artistic insecurity. I shared my difficulties on the vlog in my last episode, and I got many supportive and very encouraging comments. But one comment in particular stopped me in my tracks. She wrote, "We would stop evolving if we would not have these insecurities and doubts. They are so necessary in the process." Wait, what? Insecurities and doubts are necessary for evolving as an artist? Really? This was an idea that deserved deeper exploration, so immediately I turned her comment into a journaling prompt. How do my insecurities and doubts help me evolve as an artist? I've always thought of insecurities and doubts as negative forces that are conspiring to hold me back and to prevent me from being successful. But what if these insecurities and doubts are here not to harm me, but to urge me forward, to invite me to innovate or be more creative, or simply to persist? To explore this idea, I began to unpack this journaling prompt. First, I asked myself, what does it mean to me to evolve as an artist? When I think of evolving artistically, I first think of growth, becoming more skilled, gaining confidence, becoming more rooted in my abilities. In other words, the opposite of feeling insecure and doubtful. But having confidence as an artist doesn't mean that I don't question myself or interrogate my choices. Some of the questions I often ask are, how can I improve this composition? How can I become more free and expressive? What do I need to do to become more skilled? I know that evolution is not linear or progressive. It goes in fits and starts, sometimes forward, sometimes to the side. There are plateaus, tangents, dead ends, and sometimes stillness. And all these stages and phases contribute to the artistic journey in some way, as long as I persist, as long as I don't give up. Having articulated what evolution as an artist means to me, the next question I asked was, how do insecurities contribute to evolution as an artist? When I'm feeling insecure as an artist, it's usually because I'm worrying about what other people are going to think about me. I find myself particularly concerned with the perception that I might be seen as unskilled or not having sufficient ability. I enter a comparison mentality where I start to look at other people's work and play a rating game, mine against theirs. Quickly, envy or pride steps in to render judgments. Am I better or are they worse? This is obviously a dead end. It's a toxic mindset, and I'm the one getting poisoned by it. An alternative to the comparison game is to look more tenderly, with love and compassion at myself and my efforts, and to release any worry about how I might be perceived. Insecurity as an artist can become a signal to me that I need to pay greater attention to my own inner guidance system. Instead of looking to others for some kind of twisted validation that requires me to be a better artist than they are, I need to ask myself, what do I need right now? With a better understanding of how insecurity might function, I started to look at its cousin, doubt. I asked, how does doubt help me to grow artistically? To me, doubt is a slightly different animal than insecurity. Doubt feels more like, am I doing this right? It's a sense of uncertainty and a lack of trust in myself. I begin to feel unmoored. The antidote to this feeling is to become grounded. When I feel grounded, I am present in my body. A deep breath, a moment of mindfulness is sometimes all I need to get out of the mental labyrinth and get back into a clear state of mind rooted in my body. Other times I need a walk, to do some yoga, to get a hug from my husband, or to have a play session with my puppy. Even cleaning house can make me feel more steady on my feet. Doubt, like insecurity, becomes a sign that I need to make use of the tools and skills I've acquired to activate mindfulness and become more fully engaged in the present moment. As an artist, being fully present means leaving thinking behind and allowing the mind-body connection to do its job. I stop rethinking every line or brushstroke and simply let my eyes tell my hand what to do. I get out of the way and let muscle memory do the work. How might I befriend insecurity and doubt so that they can teach me the important lessons I need to learn to evolve as an artist? Often I find myself looking too far ahead in the process. Instead of simply gazing at the next step, I become mentally lost in the long journey that it takes to create 41 finished paintings. Naturally, this makes me feel anxious. Truly, the next step is so small, so insignificant, so easy that it can be overlooked, discounted, or even dismissed. Yet the smallest baby step is actually the most important. Just do the next thing. And after that, the next thing. And keep on walking one simple next thing step at a time. That's when I realized the mistake I've been making. I had perceived my insecurities and doubts as stop signs, but they're actually invitations. Come, step out on faith, dear artist. You cannot see where this journey will lead you, and that is as it should be. I've really enjoyed starting to work with these Tombow pens. I was a little put off by the transparency at first, and I also found myself rushing to use darker values than I really should start off with. But once I became accustomed to the transparency and the way that they feel on the page, I began to find myself really enjoying them. And another thing that really contributed to my enjoyment of using the pens was getting the storage case. Even though I had ordered the pens themselves online on Black Friday, a friend of mine and I went up to McMinnville the following Saturday, and I got to shop at the Merry Artist in person. And I had already gotten quite tired of digging through a pile of pens, so getting this storage case was a super lifesaver. The Merry Artist is such a fun place to visit, and if you'd like to see the inside for yourself, check out this video where I shot a tour a few months ago. Thanks for watching. See you again next time.